I just have a lot of compassion for what a scared little girl I actually really was, even though I didn't let anybody see that.
Doesn't that sound like a party that we should go to?
Yeah, we should go to the Demisons.
Yeah, let's go.
Demi Moore was living her best life in Hollywood, keeping her distance from the drama until leaked footage hit the internet, connecting her to one of Diddy's infamous parties. Now she's in full damage control mode, trying to keep this wild secret under wraps. With the rumors swirling about what went down that night, people are questioning if this could be the scandal that finally shatters Demi's untouchable image. Today, we're diving deep into the footage that's got everyone talking and why Demi Moore is scrambling to set the record straight. So Demi's name just got dragged into a scandal that could shake up Hollywood's biggest stars. We're talking leaked footage, secret parties with underage guests, and some serious allegations connecting her to Diddy's infamous get-togethers. If even a fraction of this is true, it's about to change how we see Hollywood's elite.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Jennifer Lopez, Megan Fox, and even Vice President Kamala Harris. These are the names that have surfaced on the so-called Diddy List. Celebrities, politicians, public figures who were allegedly part of or witnessed these horrific events.
One name that keeps popping up, Demi Moore. According to sources, there's footage out there that could tie some of Hollywood's biggest names to Diddy's underground parties. And we're not talking about casual star-studded hangouts. These parties allegedly had hidden cameras, illegal activities, and even underage guests. Now, Demi's no stranger to controversy, but this connection, it's got people looking at her past like never before. And if this footage really exists, it could expose a side of Hollywood's elite that's been in the shadows for years. But we gotta do a little rewind first. How did Demi Moore and Diddy become a thing? They don't seem like they'd run in the same circles. She was owning Hollywood with hits like Ghost while he was making waves in hip-hop. But look a little closer and you'll find they actually crossed paths more than a few times. Exclusive events, red carpets, and parties that got people curious about their friendship. At some point, seeing them together wasn't even a surprise. Now, with these new allegations against Diddy, fans are wondering if there was more to their connection than we first thought. And adding fuel to the fire, Demi once opened up in a Good Morning America interview about a traumatic experience from her past. She talked about being mistreated at 15 after a man who'd somehow been let into her home said her mother had accepted $500 to give him access. Demi described this in her memoir Inside Out as a painful betrayal. She even shared how her mom would take her to bars as a teen to draw male attention, leaving Demi with emotional scars and a deep sense of betrayal. Now, as her name gets linked to Diddy's freak-off parties, people are starting to wonder if that early trauma somehow played a role in the decisions that connected her to this scene. Could those painful experiences have led her into Diddy's circle, where similar issues of power and vulnerability were at play? Here's where it gets even darker. We know there were underage guests at these parties, and now, with Demi's name linked to all of this, people are freaking out. I mean, video evidence tying Hollywood's elite to these wild parties. That's a scandal no one saw coming. Demi's had her fair share of controversy, but this might be a whole different level. If these tapes are legit, this isn't just about Hollywood stars kicking back at parties. It's about what was really going on behind those closed doors. And now, fans are taking a closer look at Demi's whole Hollywood image, wondering what might have been kept hidden over the years. Some say it's Hollywood, not just Diddy and his circle. It's not Diddy's circle, it's Hollywood, period. This ain't brand new. It's been going on. Some are not even surprised at this point. This hasn't flipped my views of Hollywood elites. It has confirmed my views. People are even bringing up this old clip from when Demi was 19. There's footage of her sharing multiple kisses on the lips with her 15-year-old co-star Philip Tanzini, and let me tell you, it wasn't just some innocent birthday peck.
Okay, one more time.
Demi leaned in, and it definitely came off a little too intense for comfort. Now, with these new claims tying her to Diddy's controversial gatherings, fans are asking, was that just a weird moment, or does it reveal something bigger about her involvement in these infamous parties? And that's not the only thing making people side-eye her. Remember her high-profile relationship with Ashton Kutcher? She was 16 years older than him, which was all over the tabloids back then. But now, with rumors about underage guests and her her presence at Diddy's parties, that age gap is sparking fresh questions. Some are wondering if Demi's past connections to younger guys might be more than just a pattern. There may have been more going on in Demi's relationships. Hear why. When Demi first got with Ashton Kutcher, he and Diddy were practically joined at the hip. They were spotted all over Hollywood together, clubbing, partying, and Diddy even dubbed their friend group a modern rat pack, with Jamie Foxx popping in here and there. But when Ashton got serious with Demi, Diddy hinted that the relationship was starting to put a damper on their wild nights out. Some people think Ashton's relationship with Demi might have pulled her closer into Diddy's circle than any of us realized. Did Ashton, without even knowing it, bring Demi into the middle of all this? Fast forward to present, and Demi's connection to Diddy suddenly looks way more complicated. We're not just talking about a casual friendship anymore. It's raising questions about whether she actually attended some of these infamous freak-offs. And if she was there, this isn't just about her Hollywood image. It's about what she might have seen or even been a part of at these parties. And now, Diddy's legal issues are hitting a serious point. He's facing charges that go way beyond your typical Hollywood scandal. We're talking accusations of illegal activities, underage guests at these notorious parties, the whole 9 yards. And with a trial date coming up, if Diddy's found guilty, he could be looking at life in prison. But here's the kicker. Demi's alleged involvement adds a whole new layer. If her name really gets pulled into Diddy's case, this could become one of Hollywood's biggest scandals ever. Diddy's defense team is scrambling to save him, but if the evidence is as solid as Busby says, it's not looking good. And Busby's even hinting that there might be more big names wrapped up in this mess. For Demi, if she's tied into this inner circle, her career might be at serious risk. This is way bigger than just Diddy now. It's about who in Hollywood was a willing participant and who just stayed silent. But everyone knows Demi's life hasn't been easy. She grew up around addiction and trauma, and she's even talked about the time she had to save her mom, Virginia King, from an overdose. That kind of thing leaves a mark, and it makes you wonder if her own struggles with addiction made her more vulnerable to the Hollywood crowd. When Demi married Ashton Kutcher, her battle with sobriety hit a breaking point. After staying sober for 20 years, she felt pressured to keep up with Ashton's younger, wilder lifestyle. In her memoir, she admitted that Ashton convinced her to break her sobriety on a trip to Mexico, and from there, things just went downhill. Her choices didn't just affect her, they impacted her whole family, especially her daughters Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, who all had to deal with the fallout from her lifestyle. And now, with these new allegations surfacing, her family could be facing another dark chapter in Demi's story. This scandal isn't just threatening her career, it's dragging her family through the mud too. Back in her day, Demi was Hollywood's wild child, known for breaking rules, partying, and living by her own terms. But now, with these fresh accusations, her past choices are being viewed in a much darker light. During her marriage to Ashton, Demi revealed they had an open boundary relationship, even inviting third parties into their marriage. She later admitted it was a mistake, saying it blurred lines and led to some major trust issues. And now, fans are wondering if that open attitude extended to Diddy's scene. Even Ashton has hinted at knowing more than he's letting on. In a Hot Ones interview, when asked about Diddy's parties, he nervously laughed and said there was a lot he couldn't talk about. So what did Ashton see? And was Demi by his side at those parties? People are asking if Ashton might have unknowingly brought Demi into this whole underground scene. Demi's reputation as one of Hollywood's biggest stars could be on the line here. And if any footage exists, this might just be the most shocking scandal of her career. So what do you think? Could Demi Moore really be caught up in something this dark? Or is she just another victim of Hollywood rumors? Is this connection to Diddy's world just a twisted misunderstanding? Or could it end up rewriting her entire legacy?